we're still practicing multiplication, we'll be doing this for a while. Remember talking about equal groups? Do you remember when we, why is this not going? Do you remember when we did the assignment on our Chromebooks with the twos equal groups? Okay. I was gonna try to, there we go. Okay, perfect. So it looked similar to this, right? So I want you to go into your math Google Classroom. Noah, you'll go into your normal one. Connor, you will go into the math Google Classroom as well. And I want you to go to this assignment, the equal groups times threes. Most of you, once you're in this, just put your hands in your laps, then I'll know you're ready to go on. Most of you did really well on this the last time we did it. You got the hang of it. Some of you forgot to do some of the work. So is there anything to do on this first slide? No, that's just the title slide telling us what we're going to be doing. Okay, so then if you go down to, not yet, because your hands are still in your laps. Okay, if you go down to the first slide, the directions say, and I went over this last time, okay, so you need to make sure that you follow directions. The directions say, use the movable pieces to model the expression. So 0 groups of 3. So do we put anything there? Because how many groups are on this one? None. There's no groups of 3. Because what do we know when we multiply a number times 0?
It's always 0.
Always 0. So what could you type in your answer box right here?
0.
Okay, do that now. And then slide this out to just double check. Should you slide this out and then type the number in? No, I'm having you use your honor system on this, friends. Do you know what it means to be on the honor system?
No.
It means to do the work first, then check your answer. Okay, hands back in your lap. Because you typed in 0 there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I will do that as well. And then I will, oops, I forgot, there we go. I will double check my answer. Okay, I'm gonna go down. You're not going to quite yet. I can't find my cursor, there it is. I'm gonna go down to this second slide. So it says again, the directions are the same for every slide, friends. To use the movable pieces. Friends, these are the movable pieces. So you're going to use the movable pieces to model, to make that equal group. So right now, what do I want you to do? Move the little owls, maybe, birds?
They're
Owls, I think. Move the owls into the one equal group. Remember, you just click on that. You hold one finger on your mouse pad and you can slide the other one over there, just like that. Now you have correctly used the movable pieces to make your equal group. How many do we have if we have one group of 3? How many total do we have?
3.
So what are we going to type in our yellow box?
3.
Do that, and then check your answer. Then put your hands back in your lap when you are finished with this slide. Okay. So those of you that didn't do this part of the work on the twos, make sure that you are completing this on every single one. I went through and made sure, because you know last time how some of you were struggling with getting enough. There's enough. So if you don't have enough of these each time, then you must be deleting them. Because I went through and pulled them off and counted each and every single one to make sure that there was enough for you to slide over. Okay, so this is part of the assignment, friends, because what you're going to do is you are going to skip count. This 3, what's the next 3? And then on the next slide, 3, another 3, another 3. Practice counting by threes. That's the purpose of this. Do not check your answer until you have it typed in the box.
That would be cheating.
Okay, on each slide, what's the first step you do? Drag the owls to the equal groups. What's the second thing you do?
Count them. Skip count them.
You have to skip count them. What's the third thing you do?
Put your answer.
Type in the answer, and then what's the last thing you do on each slide? That's when you check your answer. Now, what if you were one number off? What should you do? I would go back and re-skip count to make sure that you are skip counting correctly, then change your answer. Okay? Does this make sense? All right, I'm going to have you work individually on this, so go ahead and finish that. Now remember, when you're done, what do you need to do? When you're finished with all of those, turn it in. Okay? Questions? Okay, go ahead and work.
Miss Elfin, I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
So what do we do after we turn it in?
After you turn it in, why don't you just read while others finish theirs up? Thank you, that was a great question.